What's going on, guys? Dig here, ready to teach you how to do the Origins Easter egg solo/co-op. The first two major steps of this Easter egg is turning on all the generators. There are 6 in total. The second step, while you're turning on the generators, are building the staffs and upgrading them. Before we get started, I'm going to show you how to build the shield and where the parts are. The first part for the shield is going to be on the right side leading to generator 2. It's going to be inside this little room right here on the floor, and then going up inside the bunker that's at generator 2, leaning against the wall right here. The long pathway right here, it's going to be inside this wheelbarrow. Now for the second part, it's going to be located towards generator 3. It's going to be inside this room to the left of spawn. And then turning around, going down the fire tunnel, it's going to be at the very bottom to the right here. And then the third and final location is going to be right beside generator 3, right beside the AK-74U wall buy on top of the zombie. Now the third and final part that you need for the shield, it's going to be located in the no man's land. First one being in front of the excavation site, the second one being behind the excavation site, and the third and final one being at the Juggernaut, right beside the MP40 wall buy. Once you get all the parts, you're going to go inside the wind tunnel that's located by Juggernaut, and you're going to build the shield on this workbench. Alright, moving back to the Easter egg. The way to turn on the generators, you have to go up to them, spend 200 points to activate them, and then a little meter at the bottom will activate. Stand on the metal grate that surrounds the generator to fill up the bar. If at any point you step off the metal grate, the bar will go back down. Just step back onto the metal grate to continue the charging up. The more people on this grate, the faster the generator will power up. Here are all the locations for the generators. Starting with generator 2. Generator 2 is located outside of spawn to the right if you follow this path, beside this bunker to the left. Now for generator 3, if you go through this bunker that leads you up to no man's land, instead of going up the stairs, take a left through this door, and then you're going to run down this pathway and take these stairs to the right, and there's generator 3. It's going to be right in front of Speed Cola. Now generator 4. As soon as you enter no man's land, take a left and follow this path that I take. It's going to be right behind the excavation site where Jug is. Now generator 5, as soon as you enter the no man's land, take a right and follow this path that I take. This will lead you to Stanima, and also it's in front of the excavation site. Now for the final generator. Generator 6 is located in the backside of the church, up these stairs, outside the gigantic hole of the church, through this mud path, right here to the right. Now, in order to complete the staffs, we need to collect 2 items before we can start building the staffs. The 2 items that we need is a white disc and the gramophone. The gramophone and the white disc can be located inside the excavation site, also on the outside of the excavation site. Here are the spawn locations for the white disc right now. The first location is going to be on this ledge to the left, heading towards the church. The second location is going to be right beside this generator, heading up towards the excavation site. And the third and final location is going to be going up to the excavation site inside this wheelbarrow. Now the gramophone. The gramophone could be located at the first level going down into the excavation site. It's located on the floor right here, and right here. As soon as you pick up the gramophone, place it on top of this wooden table right here to extend the stairs going down inside the excavation site. After the stairs are done extending, go pick up the gramophone because you're going to need it later for the building of the staffs. The first staff that we're going to build is the ice staff. The way that you acquire the ice staff is by digging up 3 different piles scattered across the map with a shovel while it is snowing. Where you can locate a shovel is right inside a spawn to the right or across these stairs against this wall right here. Now the 3 locations that you have to dig up, one is in any area near Gen 2 or near Gen 3. The second location is anywhere in Gen 4 or Gen 5 area called the No Man's Land. And the third and final location is inside any of the church area. The next part that we need for the ice staff is going to be a blue disc. The disc locations are right beside generator 2 inside this bunker. First location is going to be on top of this table, and then straight to your left, the second location is going to be on the shelf, and then behind you to your right is going to be on this shelf right here. Now once you have acquired everything that I have listed, go ahead and head to the church where generator 6 is. There's going to be a tunnel to the left that you need to go head down towards. At the bottom of the tunnel, there's going to be a table to the left that you need to place your gramophone down. It's going to start moving rocks to open a portal that you need to go into. Once you go through the portal, turn to your left, activate the teleporter, and then turn back around and then run down these stairs. Pick up your ice crystal from the podium. Once you pick up your ice crystal, turn around, go through the teleporter that you activated. Make sure when you get back, you pick up the gramophone, and then head to the excavation site to the very bottom and build your ice staff. Now we can work on the upgrading process of this staff. The first step of upgrading the ice staff is going into the crazy place. Once you're in the crazy place, in the ice location, there's going to be these dots that are going to spawn on the side of the wall. These dots correlate to a symbol on the top of the roof right here. And then you got to look at this cheat sheet to tell you which dots correlate to which symbols. Once you shoot your last symbol, you're ready for the second part to upgrade the staff. The second part of upgrading the ice staff is very simple. There's going to be 3 tombstones around the map that you need to shoot with the ice staff and then shoot with a regular gun. The Ray Gun Mark III and the Mauser do not work to break these tombstones. To break the tombstones, you're going to just need to use a regular bullet gun. The 3 tombstone locations are as follows. One is right by Jug. The second one is right behind the excavation site on this mound. The third and final location is all the way at generator 2 on the tank path right beside this robot's hand. Once you break the last tombstone, go ahead and go to the bottom of the excavation site. Once at the bottom of the excavation site, you'll see a blue orb floating floating right there. Go ahead and shoot it with your ice staff and then rotate these dials to all match the color blue. Once you flip the last lever and all the colors turn blue, you'll see that the orb flies up into the sky. Once that happens, you need to head to the crazy place and place your staff down inside the podium. Now all you need to do is get a bunch of kills and then your staff will be completely upgraded, but I would hold off until you get all the other staffs placed inside the podium first. Now the reason why I say that is because when you have to upgrade the fire staff, the very first step of that staff upgrade is to get a bunch of kills inside the crazy place in a certain spot. So while you're getting the kills to upgrade the fire staff, those kills will count towards the upgrade process of the other staffs. Now moving on to the wind staff. The way that you acquire the wind staff parts is you gotta get underneath the robot's foot and shoot it open. The foot that is available to be shot is gonna have a yellow light underneath it. Once you get stepped on, you'll be sent inside the robot's head. The wind staff part will be sitting on a shelf right here. The 3 robots that you have to enter is Spawn, No Man's Land, and the Church. Now once you have collected all 3 parts, we can go ahead and go grab the yellow disc. The yellow disc will always spawn at generator 5 of these 3 locations. Starting off with the first location. The first location is going to be on top of this wooden box right here. And then going left, right beside stamina, it's going to be leaning against this wall. And the final and third location, it's going to be down the lightning tunnel on top of this wooden table. Once collected, go ahead and go to the yellow tunnel. The yellow tunnel is located by Juggernaut. Once down there, place down the gramophone, go through the portal, activate the portal, and then go down and grab your crystal and then head back through the portal. Make sure you pick up the gramophone before you leave. Now head to the bottom of the excavation site and build your wind staff. Now we can start the upgrading process for the wind staff. The first step of upgrading the wind staff is heading into the crazy place. Once inside the crazy place, you want to head to the wind side. Now, if you look up, there'll be a bunch of symbols on a spinning dial. On the right side of that dial, where you're seeing me shoot the wind staff, you want to match your symbols to the symbols that I show you on the right side of the screen, which the bottom symbol is going to be the most inner circle, and then the top symbol is going to be the most outer circle. Once you do it correctly, all of the dials will start spinning and lock in place, and you're ready for the second part to upgrade the wind staff. Go ahead and head back, and then go to No Man's Land Juggernaut side. Once there, go up these stairs, take a left, and then you're going to be behind this little ball that has smoke. You're going to want to shoot it so the smoke is facing towards the excavation site. The second location is on the tank path heading into the church from the back side. You're just going to want to repeat the same process, shooting the smoke towards the excavation site. And the third and final location is going to be at generator 5, right behind stamina. Just repeat the same process, shooting the smoke towards the excavation site. You'll know that you completed this step once you see a blue beam directly in the center of the excavation site. Once you complete those steps, go to the bottom of the excavation site and you'll see a yellow orb floating there. Go ahead and shoot it with your wind staff, and then go up and rotate all the dials to the facing the color yellow. Once completed, go to the crazy place and place down your wind staff inside the podium. Now you just need a bunch of kills and then you're done upgrading the wind staff. Now moving on to the lightning staff. The lightning parts are easily acquired by riding the tank that's underneath the church. There's going to be 3 locations you got to jump off the tank to acquire the parts. The first part location is going to be on the right side as you're riding the tank, and you'll see these wooden stairs. You just jump across and then you're on the path to get to the part. The second part is acquired after the tank is fully charged, riding it from generator 2 to the church. It's going to be located on the left side in the middle of the excavation site on this wooden platform. Now, the third and final location is the back side of the church. You just have to ride the tank from Gen 2 to the church, and it's going to be on the right side of this dirt path right here. Now, once you have collected all 3 parts, you want to go grab the purple disc. I'll show you the parts locations right now. The first location is going to be to the right as soon as you enter the backside to generator 4 on top of this wagon. The second location is going to be towards the left at Gen 4 on top of this wooden table. And the third and final location is going to be at the very bottom of the wind tunnel. Once you collect the disc, go ahead and go to the lightning tunnel. The lightning tunnel is located at generator 5. Put down the gramophone, enter the crazy place, and then go pick up your crystal. As soon as you leave the crazy place, make sure you pick up the gramophone, and then head to the bottom of the excavation site to build your lightning staff. Now we're ready for the upgrading process of the lightning staff. The first step of upgrading the lightning staff is you want to head to the crazy place to the lightning side. You're going to want to shoot the bottom triangles in a certain order. I'll pull up the cheat sheet right now on the screen. The first ones you want to shoot is 1, 3, 6. The second ones you want to shoot is 3, 5, 7, and then the third and final one you want to shoot 2, 4, 6. If you mess up the step, don't worry, I have a way to easily fix it. As you see in my game, I accidentally shoot 1, 5, 7, which the first one is 1, 3, 6. All you need to do is start from the beginning, just reshoot the numbers. So in my case, I shoot 3, 6, and then 1. It doesn't matter the order, but as you see, the lights will turn on and then eventually turn off, and then I can shoot 3, 5, 7 after that. Once you accomplish that, you're ready for the second step of upgrading the lightning staff. The second step to upgrading the lightning staff is actually very easy. There's a lot of power switches that you need to flip in a certain direction. There's 7 in total, and I'll show you all the locations right now. The first one you're looking at is to the left of the spawn stairs. The second location is going to be inside this bunker right beside generator 2. The third location is going to be at generator 5. The fourth location is going to be located in between generator 4 and 5, right beside the excavation site near the church entrance. The fifth location is going to be right beside the wind tunnel near Juggernaut. The sixth location is going to be underneath the church behind the tank. And the final location is going to be all the way upstairs of the church. Once you flip the last switch, go ahead and head to the bottom of the excavation site. Once there, you'll see a floating ball that is purple. Shoot it with your staff, and then rotate the dials to all face the color purple. Once you accomplish this, go to the crazy place and place down your staff inside the lightning podium, and then just get kills, and then you're done with upgrading the staff. Now moving on to the fire staff. The first part that you get for the fire staff is by killing off the Panzer. The second part that you get for the fire staff, there will be a plane flying around above the excavation site, glowing orange. Shoot down the plane, and then the part will land behind the excavation site. The plane will spawn in as soon as you buy the first door going into the church, and then upon ending that round, the plane will spawn in. Now for the third and final part for the fire staff, all you have to do is finish generator 6, and then it will spawn inside this box right here. Now for the fire disc locations are as follows. One in front of the tank to the right, one all the way up the stairs to the left on these benches, and the final and third location is going to be on top of these boxes right beside generator 6. Now once you acquire the disc, go ahead and go to the fire tunnel. The fire tunnel is located outside of spawn to the left. Place down the gramophone, go through the portal, pick up your crystal, come back, pick up the gramophone, go to the bottom of the excavation site, build your staff, and now you're ready to upgrade the fire staff. The first step of upgrading the fire staff is very simple. Go to the crazy place into the fire location. In the fire location, there is this metal grate. Stand on top of this metal grate and kill zombies within the metal grate. And then you'll have this bonfire behind you. And you want to get all 4 of these bonfires lit up. Once you accomplish this, go to the top of the church. You're going to look at these dots and correlate them with the cheat sheet in the bottom left corner. In my game, my numbers were 5, 7, 3, 4. And then underneath the church, there will be torches with a number underneath the torches. To shoot the numbers, it doesn't matter the order. To shoot the numbers that you have. And then 4 will always be the last one that you shoot, though. It's the only one that's going to be covered up by blood stain on the wall. After you accomplish this, go to the bottom of the excavation site and shoot your red orb, and then spin the dials until they're all facing red. Then go to the crazy place, place down your staff, and then get the kills to finish the upgrading process of it. For the next step of the Easter egg, you're going to have to place down each individual staff in a certain robot. The fire is going to be at the very bottom of the excavation site, the lightning staff is going to be at the spawn robot, the ice staff is going to be at the church robot, and the wind staff is going to be at the no man's robot. But if you're playing Black Ops 2, you do not have to do that step. There is an exploit to skip this step entirely to save some time. All you need to do is take your fire staff, go to the bottom of the excavation site, put your staff inside this podium that's in the front of the other staffs, and then pick up your fire staff from the fire podium, place it back down, and repeat this process 4 times. Every single time you do it, you'll hear a little tiny beep, and once you do it enough times, Semantic's gonna say, only the giants can break the seal. Now, this next tip that I'm going to tell you, you do not have to do this, but I highly recommend it. I highly recommend if you're playing solo on Black Ops 2 to pick up the upgraded staff and put it right back into the podium. The reason why I'm telling you to do this is because later in the Easter egg, you're going to have to bring the staffs all the way back down to the crazy place once again, so you might as well not double track and waste your time coming back here with all the other staffs. Now, once she says that the giant is the only ones that can break the seal, you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. But before we start the next step, we're going to have to grab a thing called G-Strikes. It's an alternative to the monkey bomb on this map. This is how you acquire the G-Strikes. If you go to generator 2 inside this bunker, on the back side of the door, there'll be a table. Pick up the stone and take it to the church upstairs. Put it inside this holy water and get melee kills. Now, this tip that I'm about to tell you only works on Black Ops 2. It does not work on Black Ops 3. The best way to get the melee kills is to charge up your staff and shoot it on the ground and then whip out the shield. For some reason, the game thinks those count as melee kills, and then you can easily finish this step by doing that over and over. Once you get enough melee kills, the stone will be cleansed. Pick up the stone and take it back where you originally got the stone. But on the way back, do not touch any mud, because if you touch mud, then the stone will get dirty, and then you got to take it back to the holy water and cleanse it. You don't have to get the melee kills again. You just got to hold interact against the fountain, and then it'll be cleansed again. Now, once you take it back to generator 2 and place it on the table, you're going to have to get more melee kills again. Just do the trick that I taught you, and then you'll have the G-Strikes. For the next step of the Easter egg, all 3 robots are going to spawn in at the same time. Only 1 robot's foot will be available to go inside. Now, if you're playing solo, you're going to have the middle robot's foot to be available at the very front where generator 5 is, because this next step is timed. And I highly recommend the perk stamina for this step. As soon as the foot is available, shoot it, go inside the robot. While you're inside the robot, there'll be a red button. You're going to wait until there's a countdown to 3, 2, 1. And then at 1, you're going to press the button. The robot's going to kick you out, and you're going to quickly run across generator 5 and throw your G-Strikes on the ground outside of the map to break open a concrete seal. This is what the concrete seal looks like outside of the map. You just gotta land a G-Strike right on top of it or around the edge of the concrete slab. Now, if you're playing co-op for this step, it could be any robot's foot, as long as you correlate with your teammate when they press the button that you throw the G-Strikes. Once this is accomplished, you need to release the Maxis drone inside the hole. I'll show you where all the parts are for the Maxis drone right now. The first part's gonna be on top of this wooden table right here inside of spawn. The second part location is gonna be located at the excavation site. As soon as you get up to the excavation site at the top, to the right here in this corner, and then going down one more level, it's going to be on the floor right here, and then going down one more level, it's going to be on these wooden scaffolding right here in this box. The third location is going to be located at the church. It's going to be on the mud path leading from the church to Juggernaut, and then it's going to be on the mud path leading from Stamina to the back of the church, and the third and final location is going to be at the bottom of the ice staff tunnel to the left. Once you get all the parts for the Maxis drone, go ahead into the bottom of the church and build it on top of this workbench right here. Once you release the Maxis drone and it goes inside the hole, it's going to spawn in a lot of panzers at the same time. Take out all the panzers and then you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. For the next step of the Easter egg, you're going to have to get into zombie blood. Once you're in zombie blood, there will be a flying plane above the excavation site that is glowing orange. Shoot down that plane and then a zombie will spawn in running clockwise around the outskirts of the excavation site. What I recommend is as soon as you shoot the plane, run counterclockwise and then you'll find that zombie, take him out, and then pick up the Maxis drone. If you don't kill the zombie in time while you're in zombie blood, don't worry about it. Just get back into zombie blood and just look for him this time. You don't have to shoot down the plane again. This is how you get a free zombie blood. You're going to shoot 3 different wagons around the map. The 3 wagon locations are as follows. One is right beside the excavation site heading into the no man's land. One is right by generator 5. And one is the backside of the excavation site where we shot the tombstone for the ice staff. You have to be quick about shooting them because they will catch back on fire if you're not quick enough. And then go to the very top of the excavation site to the right of Pack-a-Punch. In this corner will be the zombie blood. Now after you collect the Maxis drone, you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. For the next step of the Easter egg, you're going to need this thing called the Falcon Punch. The way you collect the Falcon Punch is filling up 4 soul boxes around the map. As you're filling up these soul boxes, make sure you get them done before the robots comes because as soon as he stomps on them, it will close the box up once again. The 4 box locations are as follows. One in the very front where generator 5 is to the left, one on the footpath at the church, one in the very back where Juggernaut is, and one in the middle of the excavation site on the right side where the footpath is. Once you fill up all 4 soul boxes, you're ready to go pick up the Falcon Punch. The Falcon Punch is located inside the award box. The award box is located at generator 6 and generator 1. The award that you're looking for is going to be the very bottom one. Now once you get the Falcon Punch, you're going to head to the bottom of the excavation site. Now there's going to be zombies that are glowing white with wisp on their hands. You're going to melee those zombies and then eventually a stone will spawn on the ground. You're going to pick up that stone and then you're ready for the last step of the Easter egg. For the last step of the Easter egg, you're going to take all these stabs down to the crazy place, place them inside their podiums, and then get 100 kills. Once you get 100 kills, a white flash is going to happen, and then you're going to release the Maxis drone in the center, and then the Maxis drone is going to float up. After that, you just interact in the dead center, and then you're done with the Easter egg.
From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe forever.
Getting everything wrong. I told you before their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. Girls don't know enough about zombies.
What's the choice of it, children? Make sure the windows are locked before you come down to the basement.
We'd better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
Tomorrow, Eddie, you get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
I wish the heroes in our stories were real, Sam.
I know what you mean. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.